Hey everyone, it's Mickey, and I'm just really testing out the streaming stuff here. Don't really expect to get a lot of viewers right now, as I've never actually streamed live before. But really, what I want to do is just kind of concentrate on cleaning up the code that I have here in um, the top-down shooter game that we're going to create into a short little mini series here. So this is just really a chat and chill kind of stream, and just chat and chill while I work, really. So I'm gonna start off by kind of categorizing some of the objects that I have already built up here. Okay, so let's see here what do we have. Our rooms. Have much here. Can you remember what the spawner was for? Can I do a find? Search for a place. Find all. Row. So I guess we're not really using that for anything. Actually think of what it was used for. Enemies when I was doing wave. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that. Let's make sure the game runs still. I guess I should enable my desktop audio. I'll bring that down though. I'll make sure this game still runs, and it does. So I can see what else we have here. So we have the cursor, the lighting. So these things. Cursor is something. We have player, bullets, the entrance. So this will be the cutscenes. I'm gonna make a new group scenes right up right there. Miscellaneous, we have that guy. Cursor can really go miscellaneous. Double announce cutscene object. So I didn't really do anything with. Delete it yet because it's my lighting object. Get rid of here. Entrance, fire bullet, cool. Should we comment that out? That's what we really, no, we can't do that. Sure, it's running here. Some clicks. All right. Everything is still good. We're gonna also change it more of a nuclear throne style game, but we can do that later. So the lighting is something that we should really clean up here. So this is fire to light. Ten frames, set everything up. We don't even have that anymore. Sure, so this exists. Doesn't leave the surface. Don't even know if we really need this part here. Kind of like it because then if we've changed any blend modes, not going back and forth. I don't know how much a blend mode costs. It's the only thing. Definitely don't need the extended version. Be interesting to see. Let's just from the game debug. Let's see how much this actually cost. Come over here. We go to lighting. Call stack is empty. Wow, and here we go. This guy in here. Oh yeah, so there's absolutely nothing when we're doing the limos. We don't really need that, so we can actually take this out. So let's take that out, which means that anytime that we do this, we'll say blend mode. Here, so we change the blend mode to add, to normal. Nope. This guy, normal. The goal we don't have anymore, so we don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about that. Reset, draw the surface. Okay. That's target. Black. Percent. Cleaning everything up here. So when we do the tutorial, it will be a little bit easier to go through all the code. Do the to find it. This is basically the same thing as above. We do it twice here. Yellow and we did it like that. Change it to what we have above. Don't add any yellow, just reset it. As we're going through, we'll continue to make changes and just make sure that our game is still running. Okay. So with the bullets, mount. So I really did that. Don't even use it. Get way to group these. That whole and set. All right. Okay, so the object lighting is up. When I make a group called tones here, there's eight. And then we have horrible drawing skills. Here. say color everything else. This color. That. That's right. Correlate, but don't. Because now we know in the room. He's okay with stuff. Right. Let's clean up the camera one. See, the camera one I've already cleaned up. This. Not going to scale very well, but that's fine. Icons. It's the same for the camera. Start off with 16 by 16. Draw a camera. That is a flashlight. Big. Oh. So I'm yep. So switch to this guy. Guy's now so that's all good enough. Camera one, this one, we change the sprite, make it so it's not visible, else it will be following us around. But it shows up in the room. I know I have my camera. Oh yeah, I need to orbital scaling. We have that camera object. And this is the level of bounce to do with that. Lighting, camera. Go and I guess clean up the glare because I'm not really sure what to do with the bounce icon. For those that are just joining, I'm kind of going through and I'm cleaning up the top-down shooter so that we can progress towards making it full-on miniseries. Set camera. Use camera instance for. I can't remember. I think I use it. If there's a way that I can just search, it'd be nice to search this whole object. So player create, player entrance path. Find the camera and then set. So I'm not using this anymore in here. So comment it out. Make sure it also works here. And we should have the camera set to our player still. Okay, so we can clean that code up. So this is our keyboard keys. It's kind of the default running stuff. Make sure that we also grab these guys in the movement. Keep things organized. Be nice if you typed region automatically did the end region for you. Just saying. Upscale. Now I know I do use this. Great player draw. Skip. And is this one yet right now? No, I will be using this one later. Right, all there's step. Okay, so still have lots of there. But step timer, I definitely use. There'll almost be some flags here. Flags. I'll have to come up with a better name. Still sitting out there. It's fine. Okay, well, first this basic movement code. Segment vertical. Step sound. And as long as we don't have any movement, sorry, as long as we have movement, timer is remainder of mod 10 is 0, play the sounds. Stop moving, stop sounds. This is that script, okay. Yes, I should also add a little effect as we move. That might be hard to do. Let's see. Does that have any sound effects on the scene, cutscene? Still works. That should be walking on that guy. Almost be a little window in here instead of a note. This should actually be inside there. Numbers. And And this we're probably going to tear out. This, if I can draw something a little bit better. Then step, update the way that we are facing for right in the middle, then we'll be facing to the right. Right. To what's doing is just reset all the shader stuff. Do so much. Have really my offset. It's using that stuff. Back to that. Clean up bullet bed. You hit. Wait, take away hit point. State of object. Hit all for ourselves. Somehow we make it outside the room. Versus. Make this actually circle. There's both. One, two. Anything? Will you work well? Shoot. I almost also put some effect on there. Something. I think I'm pretty happy with the circles. So let me swap it. That bad. See if I got any software here. Software. Bring it. Swap back. And we're going to make just a little particle thing here. So direction. Let's do 60. Life inspiration. Can't be very color. Down. Playing first. Play. It's too much. 0, say 2. Let me super quick. Quarter particle. That's not bad. I don't want to loop them. That's not right. How many frames? They don't want it to loop. So first, then okay. Let's do this one. File, export, PNG. Yeah, I'll save the group. So this would be shot. So make a new group called bullets. Guy in here, and here, bullets there. Here. Yep. And pull this guy in. Here's the frame. Convert to frames. Oh. Make sure we go from the middle left. 60. Bullets. Back. Sign. Particle. And we should be able to get away with using and instance Roy. Roy ourselves. Now be able to say, get this, say, add. We need to figure out the way that it's facing to. Let's just do this first. We'll say since depth, whatever x and y, current depth, fact, should at least have something working here. Is this better than Unity in 2D? It all really depends. I think I like Game Maker because it's really easy for me to take an idea out of my head and prototype it rapidly. And to me, there's not a lot of coding going on when you're doing the prototyping. It's just really quick to get to a spot where you can share it with your friends and start playing around with it. That's why I like this over Unity. So it works pretty good for that. So we need to find out, just need to have the opposite direction. So here we set the direction, like show debug. Should have a number down here at the bottom, 49. If I take that and I apply it to this instance.image direction. Of our bullet. Let's see what we did here. Hopefully they're still facing the right way. Facing the other way. Actually, that's sides collision there. Actually not bad. Just for fun. A random range from 0 and actually we shouldn't do this because this will give us some weird angles. Say if we're hitting this wall. Or would have in my head it would have been weird angles. And turn that shooting down too. So actually okay, so give random angle. And we're cheating on particles here, but that's fine. So really the only thing that we should do thing like that snake. We could do want to reuse those particles without doing really anything to them. Create event is do the same one. No, let's keep it simple and pull it back. So we're going to say in the draw event, send it, right index the scales, whatever the image angle is, see red and an alpha. I think doing that will give us a red tinge. In my head, it's giving me a red tinge. So let's see if this works. Contact, back, blood. Okay. So it's for cleaning up and not adding to it. That's fine. Snake. Doesn't do what I want. Number. Really? Yeah, that's the number. Image index. Probably why. Base. Okay, let's see if we have a little bit of blood effects happening here. Animation work now. Huh. Can't really tell the gray versus the red that much. That's fine. It works. Works for what we need here. One thing that's bothering me is I can walk on snakes. So I go all the way over. That's why my collision. Am I outside the wall all the times? Yeah. Do an entire map. I have to make sure I count for that. Oh, I'm not going to end up using. Still looking to fix it. What else do I need to clean up here? These. I can't even remember what I used that for. Nothing, apparently. So let's take that out. This is the parent of all of these. And I didn't even use it in any of that stuff. Parent. Okay. Let's clean this guy up then. So this is the parent object. Great. So can perform actions. We do. No. Find all. Event. If can't perform actions. Scale of 1. Why you make good variable names so when you come back a couple weeks or even months later, you can remember what they all mean. Can perform actions. Oh, I see. I understand. So that is false. And then in 2 seconds, it gets set to true, which then scales it in. Okay. Can be perform scaling. Scaling. Set to. I'm just kind of making notes here when we do the main tutorial. I have to put in the enemies and everything still, but moving along pretty well. Pretty good, I should say. If we can scale and do so, scale image alpha 1 explanatory. So if we press the left mouse button or any key down, this stuff here, and really the this, but that doesn't really matter. It's just gonna automatically go to 1. Really, out of the way. Have it here. Make those. Seconds is a long time. Speed this up. 1 second. Start everything. Wow, that's still really slow. Top down. So good with names. Why don't I make these things variables? So scale timer. Set a variable here. I'm going to name that variable. Timer to start scaling. Have a lot of room we can use in our variable names, so we might as well do it. Use range 0 to 5 seconds, and this should actually be I could do 1 or something. So scale timer equals whatever we have there times the room speed, which will give it to us in seconds. That one. Horrible name. Still use it. That means that that's 1. They have this one. I just want to make sure that this is working here. I should have let them scale instead of clicking the button. I see that it's not working, so let's figure out what's going on here. Step event. Can we set all that stuff in there? Scale timer. Show debug message. So this should be oh, yep, that's why. So let's take this stuff. Actually, that's on the last one. So we can take this guy out, this create event, because we don't need it. Down, right there. Up. Fine. Okay. Now that should reset all our timers. I have no idea what happened to that guy. Let's see here. Variable 0. We can't use 0. But yeah, that's so let's go to text, variable definitions. This guy 0 to 1 is minimum. Just want to make sure that when we come back, we can't set it to something that does not work. So in here, this means that I could say after half a second, put that guy in whatever that is in seconds, set this to. And then once this guy is fully brought into the scene, these play buttons come in. Yeah, that's totally right. It's always depends on what you prefer. I mean, I am definitely enjoying Godot, and I love seeing the stuff in Unity, and the Unreal stuff is really interesting as they've definitely thrown a lot of money at that engine, and it's showing for sure, at least in the video. Say that. Shooter comes in, then we instance activate the button guy, and this button says how much does the exact same code. Gets created, gets deactivated. Scale of 1, alpha 0. Alpha's just really slow. We'll have scaling in there. So oh yeah, that scaling is for else enter. Okay, so let's just up the alpha. Actually, it's this guy that's taken quite a while too. So to get away from that, because if you look at this, but I'm gonna have to clean those as well. Bug message, where am I using those? I want to clean up. Actually, I want it there. Oh yeah, I have the bug. Um, so this image X scale, because we're using lerp, does not get to where it's supposed to go as it's slowing quite down. And I thought that would be it, but title. So you should be in here and just waiting to actually go. Just looking what could be causing it to do something. Or I should say not do something, but take its sweet time before doing anything. Because right there, I'm looking in my debug log, I hit one scale for quite some time before everything kicks in. When does it kick in? Is the number just small that I can't get to it? Let's try that. That means that in shooter one, so we'll say if this less or equal to 1.2 lot. I guess I could floor it. This number is very small. Under bug. You see the number it's coming in at. So it's that last little part there. So how can I easily get rid of that? Doing a whole bunch of that will work just fine. Should bring it in. To do any 2D games in Game Maker Studio. There, a lot of people use Game Maker Studio for 2D games. You can definitely use it for 3D. However, that's getting extremely advanced, and at that point, nothing wrong with Game Maker Studio, but you might as well take a look at something that is definitely doing really good in the 3D department. But there are definitely 3D games for Game Maker Studio. I can't think of any off my head. I have to check Twitter, but they definitely exist and they are out there. They're proposing small. Let me actually see here. See if there's any on their actual website. Showcase. These are the more popular games that have been created with Game Maker. Didn't know if they had one of the 3D ones on here or not. See it. I know in the Discord chat that Game Maker has, they have a 3D section. See if I can. I don't think anyone has linked anything in there. Yeah. Fine. But you can see there's quite a lot of popular games in here. And obviously, a lot of them are going to be the 2D version, whatever game it is. Yeah, they definitely have a good showcase, I think. It would be nice to see a lot more indie games that aren't brought on by publishers or that didn't make it big. I think that would be neat. Obviously, as a as a studio or maker of the engine, they probably want the best of the best. Not really sure what else I should clean up or start switching to something else. So I think I've cleaned up a lot of this code, and then the next steps will be to start extracting pieces of this into its own tutorial series for the channel. I'm going to have to get I don't mind these sprites, but I really want to make my own instead of including all of these different things in the tutorial, just have them be able to download them. I don't mind the sound effects because they're pretty awesome. The sprites are pretty awesome, but I just want to make it more like Nuclear Throne. Can't do that with these sprites that I have here. The other problem I had here is I started off making this series as these enemies would come in as waves, and then I decided that, I mean, it wasn't a bad idea, but it's just something that I didn't want to do, so I started changing it. So I don't even think this Minotaur was going to be the end guy. I think he is he still coded the same? Yeah, I didn't even finish coding this guy. There's no comments or anything in there. And I bet you will he run right through the level? An object, step, find it. Yeah, he won't even care. He'll just run right at me. So I have to recode that as well, because the plan is to go through this one room here, kill the enemies. The Minotaur should be coming here. Uh, kill the enemies, and then unlock kind of the boss room here, which would be all the way down here. You can't kill me. But I can't really do what I want with these sprites. I think I'm just going to make these guys shoot at me and make sure that they don't go through the walls, as you can see how they're doing right there. Does it mean these guys I can hurt? If I actually walk... I thought I moved him. Check that. Yeah, I want to make it so they can actually shoot at me. It's doing a more nuclear throne type instead of this. And then this would be the tutorial. Yeah, I think this was a good first recording, first stream. Thank you everyone who joined. And I hope to start doing this more often to definitely help me start organizing the code that we have here and get it all ready for the tutorial series that we have on the channel. If you're not already a fan, please like, subscribe. Well, you know what it is. Thank you all. I'll see you next time.